Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead. First card out for you is Angel of Strength in reverse. So this is really showing me that there is some deeper emotions and conversations to uncover here. I would highly recommend not keeping anything bottled up this week because it may cause an outcome that is not quite as positive. You may find yourself in a situation where you're being asked to sort of put your protection, your ego to the side and get really vulnerable. And this could be telling someone exactly how you feel, even if it's scary, even if it's like, but you're just doing it, hopefully. And it's also getting real with yourself about what you want and how you're going to go about life, all of that stuff. So there's a need here to be real, authentic, and casting fear and ego to the side. That's what's really going to bring you beautiful, transformative relationships, situations, and prosperity. You have the full moon in Leo. Oh my gosh. Don't let pride get in the way. Oh my God. This is crazy because you're a Leo and you had the lion come up and then you have the full moon in Leo coming up. Oh my gosh. And it literally correlates with what we just said so strongly. It says, don't let pride get in your way. We were just saying, put your ego aside, put your fears aside, and get really vulnerable about your feelings. For some of you, I'm seeing a conversation coming forward where, for example, this could be like romantic and, you're being asked to just lay all of your feelings and intentions on the table. And just once you lay everything out there, then the person you're laying everything out there to will give you the closure, the clarity that you need. Some of you guys may be dealing with a very high level soulmate relationship, and these sort of relationships cannot persist if you still use the ego as a shield. And I don't mean ego as in like you're full of yourself, but ego as in trying to play it off cool or like laugh your way through things or imply or hint. This is not the week to be hinting at things. This is the week to be very direct and vulnerable and open, honest, authentic. So go for it, guys. Then you have be proud. This is so funny to me. You literally have full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. And then you have be proud coming out. Very backwards stuff, I know. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. See, that's what Spirit means when they say be proud, okay? Don't be, having your ego, your fears run the show. That's not true pride, I feel. Pride is feeling so happy about who you are, where you've come from. That's one thing. It's a whole nother story when someone says or tries to put on this image of like being this tough guy or, hiding their true feelings behind humor or anything like that. Like that isn't pride. That is a mask. And Spirit is saying, drop the masks and be proud of your feelings. Be proud of who you are and express that fully. Don't hide parts of yourself. We're going to get 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 to get further information into this week ahead for you. First card out is the 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, for some of you, I'm seeing frustration. You may feel a little bit separated from people who talk to you a bit more. So some of you need to get very vulnerable and speak to a friend about how you're feeling. Because I'm seeing here, it's like they may not be talking to you as much, or you may be feeling left out about something. Literally just open up and tell them exactly what you're feeling and what the issue is. And, be vulnerable about that. Be open about that. We have the Queen of Cups, exactly. This is a very emotionally healing, emotional processing type of week for you. So you're going to be having, and some of you guys may be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a feminine energy. They could be older than you or very wise beyond their years. And, I feel like whoever this person is, they're not really going to move forward in an open, honest relationship or friendship with you unless you are truly bearing your soul to them. This is someone who They like real and authentic friendships and relationships where both people are really open about stuff. And I just feel that they're not going to let you in to their heart, to their circle completely, unless you're able to drop the masks that you're wearing. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I feel like a lot of you guys use humor as like to deflect when people are trying to really get to know you. And guys, I feel as we're doing this reading that this is like groundbreaking stuff for you. You know, this is like the start of a new deep healing chapter that spirit is working you through. So this may be like news to you, like you're just making these realizations now in your life, like, oh, maybe I do use humor to deflect a lot, and maybe I don't open up that much to my friends. And you know, you may be making these realizations of, oh, the reason why I always feel out of place, out of loop, or like no one cares about me or whatever, is because I'm literally not even showing anyone my true authentic self. And this is something that I feel like you've never consciously really realized before. You may have had some inclinations before, but you never fully sat with this and fully realized like, oh, I am hiding my true self from like 99% of the world. There may be like one person or two people that you feel you can 100% trust and who fully know the real you. And Spirit is saying, Leo, we want to bring more people into that space. We want more people to know the real deep you. And so I feel that Spirit is beginning to work with you on these themes and gently bringing the knowledge, the wisdom, the awareness to you. Like, hey, Leo, we noticed that you have a tendency to make jokes when things are getting vulnerable, when things are getting real. You have a tendency to, whatever, you deflect deeper levels of intimacy and getting to know other people. And I honestly think a lot of you pride yourself in the fact that you're a great listener and you can really get other people to open up and share so much about themselves, and having like a masterful way of turning the conversations back towards the other person. And you may literally pride yourself on that. And Spirit's saying, Leo, that's good if you're listening to someone, but like that's not good overall. Okay? Because people want to know the real authentic you. Like, what are you afraid is going to happen if you show someone your true deep feelings for them, for life? What do you think is going to happen when you share your interests, your hobbies, even if they're unusual? I mean, if anyone judges them or criticizes them, then clearly you have the closure you need, the answers you need. They're not for me. I can get rid of them now. You know, it doesn't have to be this big traumatic thing doing that. So, wow, Spirit is really working with you this week to open your soul up to more individuals. And I feel like this ties into like deeper areas of life generally. You may have been thinking like, universe, where is my success? Where's my money? Where's my recognition? And the reason why those areas of life may have been unfolding more slowly for you, and this could be love too, like where's, my soulmate? Why does no one want to commit to me? Whatever. The reason why those areas of life have been moving slow for you and you've been experiencing a lack is because you have not been sitting in your authenticity. Even though you may think you have been, you have not. You have not been sitting in your authenticity. And I feel like you are just this absolute mastermind. Like your brain is like an algorithm that takes the best pieces of information from so many different things, so many different people, influences, and you create this like perfect personality or business, or even in relationships, it's like you've crafted the perfect partner out of yourself. You're really intelligent, but it's that vulnerability, that authenticity, and really fully letting that authenticity shine that was the missing magic. And that's not something that you can consciously craft using your brain, like your brain's algorithm. It's just something that you have to be open to, I would say try to incorporate more moments of vulnerability into your connections and into your work. Okay, like open up a bit and share with friends, with lovers, with, clients, customers, pieces of information about you, your inner feelings, what's going on in your life, and your thoughts, your dreams, your worries, all of that. It will really make such a difference in attracting more prosperity actually to you in the areas of life that you've been feeling a lack. We have the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, this kind of confirms what I was saying, because the Chariot upright talks about going out of your comfort zone and getting vulnerable. In reverse, it shows, sticking back in your comfort zone and your safety net, sort of, and not really putting yourself out there. Some of you may be working through a fear of rejection as well. This week feels very psychologically, like emotionally healing. A lot of work may be done there. A lot of epiphanies may be had there. Fourth card out, second row, Three of Swords. Right underneath the Three of Cups in reverse. So what this is telling me, this combination, is that the reason you became this way, or the reason you're sort of fearing opening back up to someone or being vulnerable in love or friendships, is because you 100% had your heart broken in the past. Probably cheating, okay? Or a big betrayal in friendship. Maybe even, honestly, I'm seeing multiple people in your life betraying you. Leo, it's very sad. And, there's been this subconscious process that's been happening where you sort of learned how to regulate your own emotions, which is great, and kind of like be okay on your own. But what you don't see, what you don't realize, because it wasn't in your conscious awareness, but it's starting to surface into your conscious awareness now, is that after these heartbreaks and betrayal, you became a little bit more deflective when it came to being open and being vulnerable in dating situations or in new friendship situations. So some of you may even feel like you lack a really meaningful group of friends or a really meaningful best friend. Or even if you have been dating, some of you guys may have felt like you've lacked success in, getting it to that next level. And even if you're in like a long-term, happy, healthy relationship, like you're lucky, you're very lucky, I want to say, but it feels like there's an area that we just talked about there that is missing. And what you didn't see was that you're actually the one putting this wall up, preventing it from manifesting for you. Like Spirit's saying, you don't have to go out and be more social. You don't have to, like, you're doing everything right, in terms of opening the doorways for that opportunity to come in. But the issue is you subconsciously got into this pattern of deflecting vulnerable moments and laughing them off, cracking a joke, or, changing the subject. Even in deep you can have like deep heart-to-heart conversations, right? Like you have that ability. But even then, you are such a good listener. And when there are moments where you can share your stories and your feelings and all of that, you instead masterfully ask more questions and are such an active listener to the person that, you're talking to. So it's a situation where everyone who you connect with, they get so much from you. And they're so heard by you, so listened, so loved by you. But you kind of created this situation where you can never get the same, and you can never receive the same love that you give out, because subconsciously you've been deflecting and closing that down, those vulnerable moments that are scary, because it's scary to you now, because you had it happen enough times where you had people who you were very vulnerable with emotionally, very open with, maybe have seen you cry and know your ins and outs, and they betrayed you, okay? And this subconsciously, came up, this subconscious form of self-protection. And Spirit is saying you're ready to be consciously aware of this behavior and tear it down, because we want to see you with an amazing group of friends, an amazing best friend, or an amazing soulmate romantic relationship, whatever it is that you feel like you're missing. We have the Nine of Swords, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yep, this just confirms a lot of emotional healing taking place. Three of Wands, you're gonna manifest it, guys. I feel like Spirit's saying, like, you're ready to manifest your soul tribe, okay? Your best friends, your, love, your soulmate, You are ready for it. And it's just a matter of opening those doors up to your heart and getting real, getting authentic. Thank you guys for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.